Hey, what's up, guys? Sorry I couldn't post this before, but we're kind of on the road right now. I'm in a hotel room, if you can't tell right now. This is just my post-game reaction. Just looking at some stats. Yeah, they lost pretty badly. 141 to 122. But it's first game of the season, and it's a new season, and we got a lot to go, or we have a lot of season left. So we also have a lot to work on. So I'll just be looking at the stats here. So one thing that really jumps out to me is they allowed Patrick Patterson. Okay, I heard of him before, but he wasn't really a factor at all. He was 7 of 13 shooting. He had 20 points. He had one less point than Kawhi Leonard. And that's kind of just like, why? It doesn't really make sense. But they did hold Kawhi Leonard to 21 points, but he was 9 of 17 on shooting. But, other than that, they didn't play that bad defense against him. They had some good defensive possessions. They kept leaving Shamet open for 3. He had 11 points. Patrick Beverley, I don't know what to say about him. He was just so good. But listen to these plus minuses. Patrick Patterson, and plus minuses, if you don't know what they are, they're to show, like, the difference of what the score was when the player was on the court. So let's say he was on the court for 28 minutes, like Patrick Patterson was. They would take the score of those 28 minutes, and they would take the difference. So it was like 29 to 20 when Patrick Patterson was on the floor for the opposing team. He would be a -9. But in this case, he's a plus 30. He is also, and then Kawhi Leonard has a plus 27. Zubats had a plus 22. Beverly had a plus 20. Of course he would. Shaman had a plus 15. I don't know what to really say. They're just too good of players. And you can't really do much about it. They're a great team. It's kind of scary if you think about it. To think that they got 141 points without Paul George. That's like, the Lakers scoring without LeBron James, Yeah, I was really surprised, actually. Lou Williams was -2. But he did have 22 points. Montrezl Harrell contributed, as always, with 18. Mo Harkless, he's now on the Clippers, and he had 10 points. And, yeah, those are really the main stats. Williams did, however, get most of his points from the free throw line. He had 11 points from the free throw line. One of the best foul. He basically gets you into fouls. He's just too good. The one thing that actually surprised me when I looked at the stats was we didn't outshoot them. We shot 30 free throws, and they shot 32. But we made 29, and they made 23. So I was kind of surprised about that, because if you don't remember, the Clippers were the best at getting to the line last year. They averaged 28 free throws a game. Doesn't mean they were very good, but it was kind of surprised we kind of outscored them from the free throw line. Okay, so these are the Warrior stats. Draymond was a -35. That's kind of rough. He had 11 points. Kevon, he went out with a hamstring injury. Doesn't help our cause. We're low on centers, and we got to get Cauley Stein back. Willie is going to be reevaluated at the end of this month, I hear. So let's hope he can come back at some point this next month. Glenn Robinson the third, I really like him. He had 13 points. Uh, he was 5 of 10 shooting. He made 1 3. He was a minus 22, but he did pretty good. Steph was a minus 19. He had 23 points, but the one thing that's gonna have to change, he cannot shoot 2 of 11 on threes. If the Warriors are going to make the postseason, Steph is going to have to play out of his mind. Also, D'Angelo is going to have to play out of his mind. And D'Angelo was a minus 35 with 20 points. He did make 4 out of 8 threes, though. And he was 6 of 16 from the field overall. So, not a great first performance, but a pretty good first performance at the same time. And then Marquise Chris had 8 points. Omari Spellman had 8 points. Eric Paschall, the rookie, he did really good. Plus 5 with 14 points. Not bad. Kai Bowman, I don't even know who that is. Probably just a rookie. And Jacob Evans, I gotta tell you, man, that kid has improved. And he's improved a lot. 5 of 9 on field goals, 4 of 6 on threes, with 14 points. I don't know if you watched the Summer League, but he did really well in the Summer League. Jordan Poole, I really like him. 5 points with a plus 10. Damian Lee with 3 points. So, the one thing that surprised me, Gavon shot a 3, and he made it. Now, there was a report at the beginning of the game or about 2 weeks ago that said he wanted to shoot threes. And, well, wouldn't you know it, he makes a 3. Swish. Clean everything. And so, yeah, it was a bit of a rough game. We got outscored by 13 in the third quarter. They scored 46 in the third quarter. They scored 30 or above in all quarters. Now, we didn't do too bad. We scored 122. But that's just 19 points less than 141. Well, yeah. Thank you for watching my post-game reaction to this video. And, yeah, see you next time. Peace.